Greetings and salutations, exiles. In this video, I'm going to do a little building showcase. Whenever I come across building designs that I like or appreciate, or kind of introduce a kind of a different technique of building. So here they've done a Wheel of Pain, and they've just done single foundations with single wall, and then anti-climb fences with stairs. And this is good for a number of reasons, because if you were to completely enclose this in, people would assume that it's a base, and then they would break into it. But leaving it as the Thrall wheel is leaving it open like this is a good way to kind of anti-raid, or an anti-raid mechanic, because they're like, it's a 50-50 chance that it's empty, and you can clearly see that there is no Thrall in the wheel. You'll see the taskmaster placed in the wheel. If you'll see his physical representation, the graphic, if he's there. So it could be sitting idle, so it deters people from wasting their resources. And then as you look over here, he's got his tower, and with his elevator, and then he's got his um, anti-climb elevator with his staircase. So he's got it boxed in. And then with the elevator, and he's got he did all foundations with the anti-climb halfway up. I guess the only downside to this is it's so close to the rock face that somebody can just actually climb up the rock face and then jump into the elevator, take the elevator up. But whenever I see kind of interesting design, I always appreciate clever anti-raid engineering type of practices. And so this is a good example of, um, with the map room on top, he can spawn and then teleport into wherever he needs to teleport relatively pretty quickly. And so that's good stuff. That's good, good engineering, or good building geometry, I think, is a better word for it. But I do like what he's done here. Everything's kind of staggered out. I don't think, though, he's getting his full decay timer. And like here, he's used the large water well, and or the large yeah, I think it's called the water well. Let's see if I mouse over it. And he's got his fish traps in here, and kind of like how this is done. I think this gave me an idea, though, for my next wish list video. I think they should elaborate on these a little bit and make a square pond. Come up with a pond with the same practices, or the same overall design, so you can actually place fish traps in here instead of modifying an existing thing. But anyways, as always, like, subscribe, leave feedback, tell me what you think. Oh, this is super interesting. So I think they've blown off the door, right? Or somebody has AFK'd here. That's interesting. Um, and then they got so they've got their stuff exposed. I don't really understand what. Oh, this is such a pain. Like when your thralls block you in, and you're like, you should be able to bump them, and they should stagger back or stagger to the right, because like okay, there we go. I was at what point I was just like, am I permanently trapped there? But yeah, back to my closure. As always, like and subscribe, leave feedback, and tell me what you think. If you like this kind of content where I'm just kind of showcasing building ideas or building designs, leave a feedback. Let me know what you like to watch. As always, thank you for watching.